I tried to film this on X, but I had tech issues, so I just want to rant about why I think the UK justice system and courts are corrupt, shattered, and completely void of all real justice and meaning. I saw that the Tate brothers got arrested again in Miami because the UK government want them to. It's absolutely so insane and backwards and completely nuts. So I just wanted to share my thoughts on, does anyone, I do not believe that by arresting the Tate brothers that women are safer in the UK. Are you fucking kidding me? How drunk do you have to be to believe that? That's insane. It would be better. I think the UK government and courts and police have wasted more resources on arresting and building cases against Russell Brand and the Tate brothers. Of course, the TV news have had a big part in playing that too. But I think that the Tate brothers are being attacked and hunted and arrested, and because the establishment made it, the establishment in the UK don't actually give a crap about if women who are from there feel safe, because they've done nothing about the foreign imported migrants that have invaded the UK and have abused and harmed the UK women. They don't care about them. They can stay, but the Tates are a threat? Are you kidding me? I think we could learn a lot from the Tate brothers being arrested again, because Miami's supposed to be a free speech, freedom is king place, isn't it? So that's interesting. Another lesson that we can learn from the Tate brothers is that, one, free speech is dead. Two, that the media hates young, and the media and the government hate young men so much that every right-wing podcaster that talks to grabs the attention of young white men and teaches them to be strong. And no, I don't agree or endorse everything the Tate brothers have done or said, but I do understand that with young men in society today, they're told that they're bad, they're bad and toxic, for one, being a man, and two, being white. They're being told that being who they are, who God made them to be, the young men are told that there's one. They're told that young white men especially are told that there's no God, and how God made you is wrong and bad and toxic, and you can't be who you are, and you're supposed, and it's enough, fucking enough. Leave the fucking Tate brothers alone. I don't really believe the whole allegations against them anyway. I think it's all to shut them up. The same with Russell Brand. I think whoever captures the attention of young white men and teaches them to be strong, not weak, pathetic, and forever apologising for how God made them to be, and telling them to be more like women and soft and not, it's fucking ridiculous. And that is why a big factor into what grabs. That is a big reason why society is in utter shatters. It's because men are being told not to be strong and who they are and be proud of who they are. They're told that they're bad and toxic for being men and for being white. White hatred, I think, is the most retarded thing that has entered society, and the most dumbest thing that the left believe in. It's ridiculous. God made you white and a man for a reason, and we should not. And just as Pauline Hanson said in the UK the other day, we need to stop apologising for being white. It's the most retarded thing. thing that's ever entered society. It's insane. Another big reason why I think the Tate brothers do and have captured the attention of young white men is because of fatherlessness. I know there's a big I as a woman know what not having a real solid concrete what the issue of fatherlessness does to a woman. I know that experience. I know that there's a big crisis in real strong men leaders, because society has shut the door on God and Jesus now. The men aren't allowed to follow them. Oh my God, we aren't allowed to follow Jesus. We're called slandered if you follow Jesus. So I think Tucker, Russell Brand, the Tate brothers and others have captured young men's attention because men are looking for role models that don't tell them that they're to hate themselves every 5 minutes. And I think that the Tate brothers, that there's been a gap with young men in society that don't want to be weak, pathetic, so there's a gap with young men in society that's telling men that they're horrible and bad all the time and all this crap, and to hate themselves for being white, to constantly apologize for doing anything or say and apologize for existing. We need to end that bullshit, because I think the Tate brothers, Russell Brand and Tucker and all these others, that they, especially the Tate brothers, they have filled the gap in men, the hole in society and in young men's hearts, that in a normal working traditional society, that a father would fill that gap. But in this twisted, upside down modern society that we live in, fathers are not filling that gap. So I think the Tate brothers have done a great job at filling up that, of being the role model that tells men, be strong, be physical, you can succeed, work hard, be strong. I have a lot of respect for the Tate brothers, actually, because I think there's a big hole in society that is the absence of good fathers, and I think that they fill that gap. And anyone that fills that gap, the media establishment and the government will hate you, because they don't want young men to be strong and to believe in themselves and to believe in God and all that. And do you notice that every time so I think that the Tate brothers being arrested again shows us a lot of lessons, and it's more I think most of it is a FU to young men, especially the audience that he has, and another sign that the establishment hate young white men. That's okay. In today's episode of Australia's Downfall, I just wanted to do that little Tate rant before we actually start the show. I did not watch all of the Channel 7 Pauline Hanson in the UK, her Tommy Robinson special, but I saw a lot of advertising for it, and I noticed something, that the Channel 7 have made it exceptionally clear that they hate Tommy Robinson, and it's and in that they also show how racially captured, how strongly elbow captured they are, and how racially biased they are. They showed their bias unbelievably clear. They were calling Tommy Robinson far right. The hell? And Channel 7 was calling Tommy Robinson a far-right extremist. He's not a fucking far-right extremist. He just doesn't want Islam to be invaded in the UK, and for him to have no say in that, and for the UK, he doesn't want Islamic people, women being cowards and wearing burqas everywhere so you can't see their faces. The total cow, I think, is the definition of cowardice. If you come into my country, I have a damn right to demand to see your face. Is my opinion. I actually really love Tommy. I have a lot of respect for Tommy Robinson, and we need an Aussie version of him. He is brave, man. He is so brave. Even if you don't agree with him, you're gonna admit he's been to jail a couple of times. He's definitely been. He has been and is willing to get his head burned off for what he believes in. He definitely stands up for what he believes in. That's a fact. So yeah, I think it's bloody brilliant and amazing. The networking and the connections that Pauline is making in the UK, I absolutely love it. I love that she is there, seeing what Australia's future, basically, if we don't stand up and grow a pair. It could be, the UK could be our future, and it seems with Albo's recent Islamophobia bill that we are one step closer to becoming the UK. So I'm scared that in the future there won't be much difference between us and the UK. I'm already fed up with the third world migrants. Half of them can't even be bothered and are too cowardly to show their face, and they have more freedom of speech or more rights against hatred than I do when I was born here. That is a disgusting outrage, and that should have us all marching in the streets. I'm sorry, you're from the third world, came to my country without my agreement, and the government pens the knee to you, and you have more freedom of speech rights than I do in my own country when I was born here? Fuck that. That is outrageous. And yes, but I think it's insane how Channel 7 last night in the ads for the Spotlight thing were calling Tommy Robinson a far-right extremist. Are you insane? So me not wanting Islam to invade Australia, and I don't want Australian women to be abused and raped and worse, it makes me a far-right extremist? Are you fucking insane, Channel 7? So if I agree with Tommy Robinson, does that make me a far-right extremist? Are you insane? This is so fucking upside down. This is Australia. You assimilate, you speak English, you show your face in public, or you fuck off. I want to go back to the original Australia. I hate this modern bullshit where just because you're black or you have such a high life in the third world country that you have more rights and more freedom of speech and more rights than I do in my own country. Fuck that. Fuck off. It's insane. You should not have more rights in my country than I do. I was born here. It's all because white hatred has destroyed Albo's brain to the point of no return. That's why Albo needs to be replaced now, because he has sold out Australia countless times. So now everyone that's not white gets their red carpet rolled out for them and laws to protect them against hatred. It's ridiculous. The people that need to be protected from hatred are the Australian English-speaking Australians that work hard for this country every day and who love this country and who are born here. Not the one who just turned up on a boat yesterday because white hatred has made Albo's brain turn into retarded mush. Right, that's my little rant for today. Thank you for watching, everybody. And yeah, sorry about the tech issues. I hope to buy a laptop next week that will fix that. But yeah, that's my little rant for today. Thank you very much.